Politics and Perspective with Chris Johnson. Palpable paradox.
Andy.
Hey.
Hey. How are you, brother?
I'm good, bro. What's up?
Oh, man, it's good to see your smiling face.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Here. It's good to be here, bro.
Oh, brother. Oh, I love that. Seeing that guitar right there, too.
It's the you know,
It's serving you
right
well?
now.
Yeah?
What it is? Yeah, man. I recorded with it a couple days ago. It was really fun.
Oh, amazing. I saw you posted a picture. You got to play it a little bit live, huh?
Yeah, with one of my bandmates, Roots Percussionist. We did a
Cool.
show. Yo, it was the best. The best.
So is everything all shows shut down in Jamaica too?
Everything is shut down.
Really?
I used to keep some shows here where I live. I used to keep some small live events here, and I have to shut that down too. So
wow.
we're all waiting to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, man. Better than safe, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
How are you holding up through all this? Are you completely isolated, or do you live with somebody there, or do you have family?
Yeah. My mother, my soon-to-be wife, my cousins, and I'm here. I'm here with family, so I'm good.
Good. So it's good you have family. You're not by yourself.
Yeah.
That can be really tough.
I have support. Yeah, because it's getting really rough right now. No work, so it's really rough right now.
Man, that is rough. So you guys with Chronixx, you guys have a new album that's kind of been you've been working right towards releasing, right?
Yeah.
Is it finished or is it?
I think it's almost there.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be releasing this month. I don't know if he changed his mind.
Man,
it's supposed to be releasing this month, so hopefully, let's see.
Come on, Jamar. Let's do it.
This guitar was recording on it too.
Oh, I'm so excited, man. It looks so beautiful. I love that strap. Where did you get that strap?
My sister got this for me from Japan.
Really?
Yeah, so I just say, the funny thing, I always get a strap before I get a guitar. So I got this strap. I got this strap and it was wrapped up in a bag, and I was like, yo, damn, I need to get a guitar.
You're like, what guitar is gonna go with this strap? I don't know which one.
I don't know yet. I just get the strap, and then almost for all my guitars, I get a strap first, and then I get a guitar. So.
Well, I guess I should.
Cool.
I guess that's an interesting gift to give you, is to give you a guitar strap, so that you have to find a guitar to go with it.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, I'd love that pattern, man. After this, if you remember, send me a close-up picture of the pattern. I just love the pattern.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
It's so beautiful.
It's really cool.
Is it soft?
Yeah, it's a soft material on the outside, but then it's hard on the inside. It's like a nylon on the inside, but what outside is like it's really soft and nice.
Okay.
So it's sturdy, but it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that makes me so happy. So outside of doing the stuff, it's like you feel like the Chronixx record is ready. Like they're just deciding on when to release it. Yeah,
it's ready.
Okay.
It's ready. Well, last time I heard it was in the demo stage, but it was the full album in the demo stage. So,
I see.
Yeah. So everything's just fine tuning, and then it's ready.
Yeah. Then they mix it, master, and all the whole deal.
Yeah.
Is there a title, or have they released a title for it? Or
I think so. I don't know if I should say.
No, you probably shouldn't. Let's not mess it up. We don't want to mess it up. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Sure either.
Okay.
I'm not sure either, to be honest. Yeah.
So are you working on your own music then in this time? How is that going?
Yeah, I'm doing a few recordings. I'm trying to. Funny thing, my mother was like down on me and saying, "Yo, you need to release something." Because I have so many things on my laptop that's unreleased. I keep revisiting it and say, all right, should I release this one, or I need to finish this one? So I'm working on one right now to get it out there, to get that confidence to put out more. So
yeah. So it'd be under your name?
Yeah, it would definitely be under my name.
Cool. Yeah. Not like a project name, but like Nnamdi Robinson.
Yeah, Nnamdi Robinson. I'm still wondering if I should sing or should I just do an instrumental. Like, it's like it's that kind of Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan of both so much, but if is it reggae? Is it like roots music or what is it?
It's a fusion. For my listening is very wide. So sometimes I fuse some classical stuff with reggae or some rock and roll with reggae, So it's
Yeah.
like, my stuff is just all over the place.
Wonderful.
But it's basically reggae, like maybe, old school reggae kind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool. I mean, some of the cool dub music through the years has kind of been, a lot of it has been mostly instrumental, right? So with little bits of hints of vocals and
like Sly and Robbie era.
Yeah. And I like that vibe where like, and I mean that's kind of the nice thing about like modern playlists and like Pandora and like Spotify and stuff like that is you put on one artist and click the radio and you just get everybody. You get all these cool mixes, and dub
you get
mixes.
to discover a lot. Yeah, discover a lot of new stuff at school.
Yeah. And hey, so condolences. I know it's been a little bit, but for your dad, I saw all the like tributes and stuff that was going on, and he seems like he was an amazing person.
It was the best, man. Yeah, it was the best. Yeah, words can't really explain how great that man was for reggae industry too,
Yeah.
So, it was like a milestone for anyone that wants to be a horn player. He was the man, So
yeah. I've heard so many of his. So I've heard him play so many times. I didn't know it until recently.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize,
Yeah.
Because he's such a chill guy too. He's like, you wouldn't know.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nambo was what was his name? Yeah, Nambo.
Yeah, Nambo Robinson.
Yeah.
Stage name, really.
Nambo Robinson. And so I read somewhere he played with like Lauryn Hill and like Shaggy and
everybody, man.
Everybody, huh?
Yeah, from Bob Marley to Peter Tosh to Lauryn Hill to it's like man.
Already that list is already too stacked. It's too stacked. Just those first two, Peter Tosh and Bob Marley. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, you could stop right there. You're showing off, Nambo. You're showing off.
He's on every top reggae artist throughout history. He's been there.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It's so special.
Yeah,
well,
it really is.
Well, send my prayers.
It's a lot for me.
Yeah. Well, you feel like to follow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a driving force. So following these footsteps.
I think it's so amazing though, because he was a part of the original Roots, and then also moved into all these different modern, different versions. Like Lauryn Hill and Shaggy do have their own derivative reggae styles, and so it's really neat that he was a part of the original back in the day, and then here you are a part of the new Roots.
Yeah.
I mean, you're with Chronixx and this whole era of everything that you guys have been doing. Yeah. I mean, it is literally the first time. I mean, I like a lot of modern reggae inspired artists, right? They're great. But I feel like what you and Jamar and the whole crew have done is really like just updated it in a way that still feels very earthy.
It does. Yeah.
But it feels now. It feels like now.
Yeah, it's the roots, because everything has to start back from the root of it. You have to go back to your root, and then you can add to it. So we know do the root of what it is, and then go around and add a little hip hop or add a little, Yeah. So that's the special thing about it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
When did you get inspired to do music through your father? Is that how it worked? Or
well, from as long as I can remember, it's like it was just music for me. Yeah, there wasn't ever a time where I thought I would do something else. Well, maybe one time I directed, but maybe for a music video. So it's like from ever since my mother was a singer also, so from ever since it was just straight music. So that was my only inspiration, and seeing how great my father was, it's like, I need to do something with this, The love that I got from them just naturally came out in me.
And did you? I mean, you ended up being around a lot of the artists that we were speaking around, like that he was playing with. Did you get to go to the shows and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I met that's I'm not like this person that's crazy over meeting artists,
Yeah.
because I'm just always around these people. So like Freddie McGregor is a good friend of my father. You
Wow.
know, it's a reggae legend also. Bob Andy, Culture. He was a very influential reggae superstar at the time. So, rest in peace for him. But yeah, he was good friends with those people. Because like, as a musician, he was like that musician that they as artists would go to and hang out with, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
I was around them as a child. It was
Wow.
cool. Yeah.
I love it. It's cool to I love just seeing and hearing stories about parents that have
Mhm.
cultivated a certain type of musical or artistic environment, and then
Yeah.
and then those people have kids, and then
Hmm.
you
They
know,
follow through.
they follow through that, and it kind of becomes
Yeah.
like a, sometimes they follow right in the footsteps, sometimes it's just a little bit
Depends on
different, and it seems like you're
yeah.
like very close, but you got your instruments a little different, and
Yeah,
uh
yeah, that's the only thing. Trombone is hard, man.
it's super hard.
What? Man, it's very difficult. I tried, but man, guitar was my calling, I think.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I tried saxophone when I was young. I was like,
Yeah.
because when I was young, I was like, I was in the 80s, and I remember all the 80s videos on MTV had like sexy
On
sax
saxophone.
players, and all the girls, like, I remember there was an Eddie Money
Yeah.
like video, like Take Me Home Tonight or something like that. And
Yeah.
he's blowing
He's
the sax
into
all
it.
hard, and the girls all after him. I'm like, oh man, I guess I gotta
You need to
play
be a
sax.
saxophonist.
I tried for like 2 years, like third and fourth grade, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Mhm.
I ended up picking up guitar.
Yeah, that's just rough. Wind instrument is. I kudos to them. It's a very difficult. Like those instruments are very difficult, and I love the sound of it. I don't want to mess it up, so
Yeah,
I
same.
leave I leave it there.
Man, it's the harmonies, and working out harmonies for horns is no joke. Like that, you have to be really good at that,
Your
or just
ears
don't
is
do it.
has to be a top level. Yeah, your earring
Yeah.
top level. So man, it's difficult. It's very difficult and different. You have to be
Mm,
born for that, I think.
I think so. I think, and
Yeah.
you have to have a certain natural, like maybe
Mm,
connection or developed passion for the breathing technique. I think that's
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not my
Yeah, well, my
thing, but
father before my father was a boxer, so he had his stamina was good. He's a boxer, so
really,
he's good.
he's
Yeah,
a
he was.
fighter. Was
Yeah.
he? Did he do pretty good?
I don't think so. He didn't go far. I don't think he didn't go far. I think he got a beaten one time, and I don't think he went back after that.
Oh, well, hey, at least he had trombone, man.
Yeah, yeah. So he had that stamina from army boxer. So he was very he's very
Mm,
energetic. So I think that when he went into music, it was just a breeze for him. Yeah,
that's great. That's great.
yeah, it's cool. It's really
What
cool to see his story and everything.
about how old were you when you started playing?
Officially, let's say 13, 14. Like, well,
Okay.
yeah, 13, 14. I just like really got into it. But like before, maybe 9, 10. But I wasn't really into it at the time. I was, just messing around as a child with stuff.
Mhm.
Yes, I messed around with keyboards a bit, and then I messed around with drums. But really got into it like at like age 13, 14.
And
Mm.
do you remember your first guitar pick?
Oh, man, if I do. um, First, it's funny story about getting a guitar pick. My guitar teacher, I was always playing with my thumb. So I felt like George Benson with my thumb, like going up and down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just, everything was my thumb. I had a nylon string acoustic guitar. Everything was my thumb. And one day, my guitar teacher got this, the celluloid, one of those Fender picks. I
Oh yeah.
think, yeah. So that was my first pick, and it was terrible for me, man. It was the worst time of my life getting a pick. I was so used to using a thumb, like getting a
Mm,
pick, and it wasn't as sturdy as my thumb. So yeah, it was rough. It was that celluloid fender pick, that color, you know?
Yeah. And so,
Yeah.
so then it was like trying to unlearn or try to learn how to hold it. And
A whole new level. And it was also good because it's a whole new tone that developed. You know, my thumb is always this round, flat, or more of a round tone I used to get out of my thumb. When I got the pick, it's like the sharp attack of that. You know, that's when I started discovering even rap music, getting that yeah, you know, but that I couldn't get with my thumb. You know, so it was like, yo, this is a whole new game.
That's amazing, though. And you still go back and use your fingers though every once in a while now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
At home practicing when I just doing like some finger style stuff, I definitely go thumb. Yeah.
That's cool. Did you have did you go through a few different picks throughout the years to find out what the right pick is for you now?
Yeah. After that, I got that what I can't remember the name
Celluloid.
of it. Celluloid.
Yeah.
Yeah. After I got that one, I wasn't really impressed with it. I really didn't love it. So I tried other ones. I tried that Jazz 3. My guitar teacher always used a Jazz 3. It was a red one. I tried that one. It was too small because I think I had huge hands for some reason. So it felt way too small for me. And then I went to like what was it? I went to another one. I think it was an Ibanez pick. And then I you know, I went up to like 3 3 millimeters and then to find what would be, you know, good for me. And I stuck with like a 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you are you doing gator grip then?
Yeah. You know, I love gator grip, but I think I think I more use a max grip.
Oh, max
you know
grip.
that I love that one. I think it's more for acoustic guitars, but for electric, for me it's the perfect, you know, it's a perfect balance. It's really cool and it doesn't slip out. I have sweaty hands, so it doesn't slip out of my fingers as much. So yeah, I love max grip, but I love gator grip, but the max grip I think is the best.
It's a little more aggressive. Yeah, it's a lot more aggressive. Well, and the max grip is a nylon pick, so it like nylon picks are kind of like the thinner ones are really great and associated with acoustic, but like when you get into the 1.0 and above, like they're great for electric too, you know.
Yeah. The max grip is, especially for me for reggae, it's perfect. It's perfect. Especially if you get that sharp chunky chop. Yeah. That one would definitely give it to you.
What kind of amplifier are you using? Do you have one amplifier that you're really into? You have a few
for live. Yeah, I have a few. Well, not really a few. I stick to Fender. I use a twin reverb or a DeVille. Yeah, those are my two only options live really right now. I tried Marshall, but it's kind of rough.
It's not quite the sound of reggae, Marshall. You know, like, it's not really. But with the Fender amps, do you use the onboard reverb, or do you use like a reverb that's outside on a pedal or something?
I mix it. So I do a touch of the onboard the amp reverb, and then I have, you know, my reverb with whatever pedal I'm using.
Cool.
So yeah, I prefer the reverb in the amp, but because sometimes the shows you depends on how the song is set up, you don't want that reverb all the time. So yeah, I just set it like at 3, and then I just add more or less on my pedal. Yeah.
Perfect. What pedal do you use when you use a reverb pedal?
Right now I'm using a multi-fix. Majority of the time I'm using multi-fix. I'm using a Boss GT 100.
Okay.
I did ME80. I'm a multi-fix person.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very convenient if you find one that you like, you know.
Yeah, and because I sing on the shows a lot, so it's really hard for me to jump between songs and sing, because in the early stages I used to play a lot of lead and have to sing. So like jumping around and then tap dancing was crazy for me. So multi-fix was my thing. It was way easier.
So this is easy. You can set a patch that switches multiple things and have the sound change completely for you with one touch. Instead of going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do an analog pedal soon, or maybe later. But I think my pedal would be like a huge airplane pedal. Yo, the things that I need are the things that I want to do. It's gonna be a lot. So,
there's a lot of great
hopefully.
I mess with the fractal now, like this fractal Axe FX3, which I think is really great. And there's also like the Kemper, and there's the Line 6 Helix out there.
I was looking at the Helix. I really love that one.
yeah, and they have a small one called the HX Stomp, the Helix Stomp. You might check that one out. Everybody seems to love that one right now.
The one that you mentioned just now, is it how these change sounds with it, or what is it?
On the fractal?
Is it like an amp head?
It's a big preamp basically. It's a three space rack preamp, and it has, there's no power in this, so it just you can run it direct to front of house and into your in-ear monitors without power. Cool. But you can run it out to an amplifier as well. And there's a foot controller that goes with it. So you put this in a little bit of a rack road case, and then you can have a foot controller out front and have all the scenes programmed. And it's very similar to what Helix and some of the other places are doing, but it's so nice. That has every amp in it, every reverb, and all these crazy modulation. You can just get funky with it. So
nice.
I love having it
like that.
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah. I mean, it's just really nice, like sitting it right here next to my computer when I am tracking, like, and I'm just like I'm messing around with layers, and I'm like, I'll just kind of spin the dial until I get something funky, and I'm like, see if what it sounds like to double this layer or put a layer of this in there, and you get all kinds of crazy spacey effects.
I would definitely try something like that one day. See what it's like,
Yeah, you might enjoy it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It seems like I may be hard to travel with though.
Yeah, I mean it's more of a commitment. Because but they have a new one. It's called the FM3. That it's a total floor unit. Everything's contained in the floor unit. It's a little bit smaller. So you for that type of thing, you might look into that instead of this.
All the amps as that's in that one.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit dialed back. I don't think it's got everything, but it's got same quality of effects and a lot of
same
stuff.
Quality. That's
most
quality
important.
Is the best.
Yeah.
Quality no matter what.
Right. I think that well, there's so much available to us now. It's crazy. Like you go to Line 6 or Kemper or Fractal, they all make something that is amazing. It's just like, can you interface with it correctly, and does it feel comfortable to you to navigate?
Yeah. It comes down to what your preference really. Yeah, that's what I think it comes down to really. What you as a guitarist are, guitar tech prefer is good with it.
Yeah. So hey man, I'm curious, like what do you have? Are you like, do you have like a spiritual practice in your life, or do you follow like kind of like Rasta, or do you have like a relationship, or are you kind of what's your view on life?
So I was born in a Muslim home. My father is a Muslim, so yeah, majority of my beliefs are more closer to Muslim.
Okay.
But in the same breath, even my father was a Muslim, but he grew up in a Rastafarian home, our community. So he was very close with a lot of Rastafarians. So I also go in that realm. So it's a whole I don't know. I'm in between.
Sure.
I'm more spiritual than maybe religious then. So. But even though I'm more spiritual, I still, because my base teachings was Islam, so that's my foundation and everything, and then I just go off on that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I like to hear that it's kind of like a fusion thing, like I grew up Christian, but I had a stepdad that was really into like Buddhism and Star Wars and Jedi type of philosophy,
Cool.
So I had that mix, and then later on, found yoga and Hinduism too, and I found out how much Hinduism really likes Christianity in its own way. Like there's a weird thing.
Yeah, they're really, all of them are connected, or they have a lot of relatable topics that if if you're too into one, you might miss the other, you know. So if you're understanding all of them, you realize there's one teaching that everyone teaches to every. No killing, you know. You'll be kind to one another. There's just this base teaching that every human should follow. I think what all religions teach. I think that is what, to me, that's spirituality. Following that base teaching. Commandments, or whatever you might want to call it. It's just that base teaching that you yourself are born with. So
yeah, I like that. It's, as I hear you say it, just listen to you speak, it make me think that each of the religions, it's like learning about each different religion or different faiths is like learning about or dipping your toes into learning a different language, because you learn different words for the same experience.
It's same,
that's kind of neat.
Broaden your horizon, you know?
Yeah.
You see the world at a whole new level. You know, you can go anywhere and you can relate to people and understand people's feelings. You know? Based on just knowing a simple thing. A simple part of Hinduism or a simple part of Islam. You understand them and you're more kinder towards them, or you know. It's a lot of things. A lot of people don't really, especially for Islam, I think a lot of people look at it in a negative way. For me, growing up as a Muslim, like everybody, first thing, I'm Muslim. Oh, you're a terrorist? It's like, what? So what? That's what you got from everything, you know, even if I explain to them, you got terrorists from what I said. So, if you take time to understand like the religion, your mind will open up to a whole new world. You know,
It's sad that extremists give a bad name to each one of those groups. You know, like Christian fundamentalists, they give a bad name to that whole thing, and you know, extremism in all the forms, pretty much. You know, make it.
We have to understand that comes in every form. Some people don't see it that way. Extremism is in everything in life. You know, there's extreme bikers, extreme, you know, extreme airplane, everything. So you just need to understand that and know that you can't use like the extremists to judge the foundation or the fundamentals of it. Yeah. How you take the message, not what the message says.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, in Islam is really been painted in such a dark place because of 9/11 and because of like the stories that and because of, you know, subsequent extremist groups and whatnot. But when you go back and you start to read even any of the basics, it's all about love. It's all about honoring the divine. You know,
just being true. Being a good, living good. It's not about killing. It's never about that.
Thankfully it's not. It's that's not the actual dominant element. You know.
Yeah.
And
true.
Is Islam received well in Jamaica? Is it, or how is it viewed there?
I think no, it's getting better. Earlier, you know, because we're very influenced by what we hear abroad in Jamaica, I think. So back in the 9/11 thing, as I said, in that era when I was going to school, everybody was saying, your people are terrorists, and you know, your Muslim are terrorists, and I was like, but no, you know, it's kind of dying down, and it's not that, you know, I don't think anybody sees it as a threat, or you know. Or it's not nothing new to them anymore. So it's good. I think it's on this flat level right now.
Okay.
We're still dominated by it's a Christian country more so than Islam. But there's a lot of Muslims here as well. I think that would be second.
Yeah, because it seems like it seems as though I don't know enough about the Rasta religion, but it isn't Rasta pretty? Is it very much influenced by Christianity in a kind of an offset?
It's basically Christianity.
Okay.
But because they read the Bible, and most of their teachings are from the Bible. It's just the interpretation. It comes down to the interpretation of the Bible. It's more like, to me, it's more like a denomination than a religion itself. But that's just to me, though.
No, that makes sense. That's a good way of explaining it.
Yeah.
Like it's another sect, another denomination of the
But
of the
it's
main
very
faith.
close in line. Yeah, it's in line with the teachings of Christianity.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a trip! It's like I can't wait to visit to Jamaica someday. I really would love
You've never
it.
been?
No. I've got
Oh man.
multiple friends that have gone, and in Alex Rivers, she's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time before you go. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna know everybody. I was like, yeah, I
It's
want to
gonna be
go.
an epic day when you come to Jamaica, my friend.
Yeah. What part of Jamaica are you in?
In Kingston.
You're in Kingston?
Yeah, most of the guys in the band are from Kingston. Well, not most. Yeah. Most of us, yeah.
Yeah.
I would live in Kingston currently. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are your shops open? Are you able to, I mean, is it easy to get food and all that there?
Yeah. Jamaica is a very unruly place at times.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a normal day. When you go outside, it's almost like a normal day, except that there's a curfew, and everybody has on a mask and
masks.
stuff. So it's basically the same. I don't really see much. Well, no parties as much again. Cause in Jamaica we have a party every day.
Oh, I gotta come. I gotta visit.
There's a party. You have something to do every day of the week on a normal day, in a normal time. But yeah, no, that kind of cut down. Or well, it's gone all the way. No live shows, obviously. So yeah, other than that, yeah, everything is going. Food, supermarkets, businesses, everything's functioning.
Well, I wonder what is it that you've been have you been listening? Do you listen to music while you're like writing music too, or like how do you ingest music lately? Are you got a particular artist that you're listening to?
I don't have a particular artist. My listening is so wild sometimes. I listen to Bambino. Yeah. Bambino.
Bambino?
He's a guitarist. I can't remember where he's from. I was listening to Tinari Wayne. Yeah.
Tinari Wayne?
Yeah, I was listening to some of that. I listen to a lot of dance hall.
Cool.
Yeah, obviously reggae. Reggae is my foundation, so I listen to that all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not. Yeah, it's all over the place. Some classical. I was listening to some Vivaldi.
Oh, amazing.
A couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember? What first couple of rock guitarists that you like idolized or looked up to when you first started playing?
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was my guitar teacher first introduced me to like Jimi Hendrix, and my father too. He got me a Jimi Hendrix book. Like, yeah, so it's like that was my introduction to rock music and guitars at the same time. I was like, yo, what is this? And I went in, started knowing other people. Steve Vai. Started listening to a lot of Steve Vai.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very unique voice.
Gilbert.
Oh, Paul Gilbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my guitars that I looked up to. B.B. King. My teacher's a jazz guitarist, so yeah, he showed me a lot of jazz, but I didn't really take to the jazz as much. But
Yeah. Is your teacher still around?
Yeah, it is. He lives in Canada now.
Oh, that's cool. Was he your teacher there in Jamaica though?
He for all my years as a guitarist, from the first time I took up guitar till college, he was my teacher.
Wow.
Yeah, he taught at Edna Manley, but I did private lessons with him before I went to Edna Manley. I was in like high school, and when I first took up the guitar, and he was my teacher till I went to Edna Manley as well. So it was a nice journey with him. That's
amazing that you got to stay with the same person for so long.
Yeah. It's cool. It's a cool dude too.
And how did you get to know and become a part of the Chronixx situation in that band?
Yeah, it was At that time I did a lot of, I was playing for a whole lot of people in Jamaica. I was just going around, trying to build myself. My father had a group called the Hygiene Workshop where he groomed young musicians. So we got a chance to play with a lot of people and did a lot of small events. So when I was going to Edna Manley, me and my friends Joshua Jones and Steve Okor, yeah, we always, we did some shows together, and there's this show named, what was the name of it? At a hotel, Nanook, is the name of the show. We were there with another artist that we were playing for, I think Janine, and we saw Chronixx performing there, but he was with another band. He was just, it's like a run on. We have a culture in Jamaica where artists, we have a backing band culture where, a lot of artists, a band plays for a lot of artists. So he was one of those artists that went on stage and was performing with that band. I was like, yo, this, so sick. Yo, sick. His lyrics, his stage approach, everything sick. So we approached him and said, yo, would you be willing to start your own band? Like, because we understand you went on with these guys, so they didn't do what you wanted, everything that you would want. So he's like, yo, would you be willing to start a band? And he's like, yeah. So like, yo, I'm planning to do that. I already have a drummer. Let's do it. And that's, yeah. And that's how, from that time till now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long ago was that, roughly?
2012, 13.
Okay.
2012 or 13, one of them. Yeah, we were just doing a lot of local shows. We was all over the place. All of the small clubs, little, like venues, some small venues.
Mm-hmm.
We're going at it.
And when did you guys break out of Jamaica and start doing shows in the States and elsewhere?
Hey, that didn't take long. I think we'd have spent a year doing a lot of shows in Jamaica, and then our first tour was in 2013, I think. Yeah, we went to Europe. Or was it? Man, it feels so long ago. We did so many shows. It's hard to remember the first one. I think either Europe was definitely our first tour. We did like one-off shows. So I think we did Canada for the first time we traveled. Yeah. But yeah, we did so many. I can't even remember. Wow.
Well, the last couple of years, ever since Chronology dropped, I mean, you guys have been playing big shows, right?
So many. And we're all over too.
Yeah. What's been a few of your favorite shows that you can remember?
Coachella was a really nice one. Like, it was a very good experience. The first time we did Coachella, that was cool. Glastonbury. Those shows are some really nice shows. Like, the shows that I enjoy the most are like club shows, though. You're closer to the people, and yeah, club shows are really the nicest shows I've done. So it's, Undertone in Europe. This venue called Undertone in Europe. That's my favorite venue.
Cool.
One of the favorite, yeah. So yeah, I can't remember some of this. Man.
It's okay.
Japan. The first time we went to Japan, that was a real, because my sister lives in Japan. So when I first went there, performing there was really cool. And the people there love whatever you give them, they show true love to it. So they were into reggae, man. They were really into the reggae. And that was amazing. A very fun show. Mm-hmm.
I've heard Japan really welcomes people, and especially musicians of all kinds, just like so warmly, Man,
the love that they show you, it's second to none.
There was a friend of mine.
Not to mention Africa.
Really? Africa too? You said
Africa is the for reggae music. It's up there. It's the highest you can go for like people to love you. Yeah, if you go to Africa and they don't love you, that means, man, something wrong.
Where did you get to play in Africa?
We did. Did
you do a whole tour there?
Yeah, we did a tour there. A short one though. It's not. We never did a long tour in Africa before. We did Gambia, Nigeria, and it was all our shows. We it's not like a festival or mostly it's our shows, not festivals or stuff.
Oh, that's good.
So sold out. Nice.
Wow. I have dreams of going to both places, Japan and Africa, but Africa feels like more interesting to me, like because of like it's so. I mean, Japan has got its own interesting things,
Yeah.
but Africa's so big and so vast and so diverse. And so many different kinds of people within the different cultures that I just anytime I start studying about it, and I watch a lot of like YouTube and like documentary stuff, about animals and the world. Anytime I learn facts about Africa, I'm like, and then there's Africa, and it's just like that might be the craziest,
whole new world.
Whole new world. It's like a different Earth inside of Earth or something. It's weird.
So much discovered there. Right? I don't think mankind has gotten to the tip of it yet to really know what's in Africa. Yeah, that's why they call it the motherland.
Right.
It's like so much over there, man.
Yeah, we all come from there. It's I mean, one way or another, that's what they say anyway. I hope to visit. That'd be really cool. I really want to go. I would love to go to Egypt too, just because the pyramids and all that stuff, ancient cultures.
Yeah, that would be a nice travel to go there. Yeah. See what went on. I always visualize myself time traveling. to like see it for myself. what was it like? Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, I do a little bit of that myself in the sense that like even here in LA, I'm like I look around at the hills and I'm like, man, I wonder what it was like without all this. This would have been awesome.
Concrete structures went up. Yeah, what tree was there where this building was? What home? What animal used to? Everything. I'd sit back and just visualize time traveling. So what was here? What was going on? Even within music.
Yeah. Do you know that there's an app called Radio? Have you heard of this? This no. Like it's an app and it's like Radio O is the way it's spelled. So it's spelled like radio but with extra O's. It just made me think of it because it's a really cool app for discovering music from all different ages. So if you download this app and it's got here, I'll actually pull it up. It's
I might get it too.
So basically you choose a time period and then it's got a map in front of you, and at the bottom you choose like a decade, and then you choose a part of the world, and it just starts playing some music from that decade and that part of the world. Yeah. So there's
I need that.
Yeah, you got to get it because there's so much. I mean, there's so much like esoteric, like funky music that like you'll be like, whoa, what was going on in the 80s in Russia? Like, whoa, what
is this?
I don't know. I wasn't tuning into Russian music in the 80s, or you know what I mean, like all these eras before you were alive or before you had the thought. But now you can tune in this way through this cool app, and you can
that's like a real life time travel.
yeah. So it's time traveling through music and through style, and you can choose another parameter on the side that's if you want it to be like it's like it's soft or like fast, slow, or wild or something like that. So like you can change the filter to be fast, slow, wild, and then like the year
and then they give it that kind of
and you give
nice.
Yeah, and it gives you little information on each one of them. And some like you go to like early 1910 in Alaska, and you get Inuit music, like that people were making by their igloos or something. I don't know, or like crazy.
I need that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I
you find it a lot of styles.
Yeah, you might find some inspiration from some of it. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. A lot, inspiration. The funny thing, Jamaica music is inspired by so much around the world. So like, especially like reggae. it's back in the day we sing some of the soul songs in reggae. Do covers of the soul song. And we in Jamaica thought it was the original to how they did it. I didn't know it was just like some influence. But it's sick.
That's amazing.
How good they do that.
Yeah, there's well, nowadays, I mean, like, I feel like reggae and the culture has done even more because, you know, everybody is like falling in love with the sound, and then you have so many people in America trying to, like, I don't even know how Jamaica feels about like bands like 311 and like Slightly Stupid, you know, like that rip off this sound, but
No,
they popularized
as
it.
long as they sound good, they will always get a pass.
Yeah. Okay.
As long as, yeah, we have in Jamaica a hit. There's a hit for almost everything. You have every kind of music. Michael Jackson was a hit in Jamaica. You know,
Ooh,
like
I bet.
it's like kind of music that people wouldn't think would be a part of Jamaica culture. It was definitely a part of Jamaica culture. You know,
Wow.
you tune into the radio and whatever played on that, and they love that. You definitely get the response and love that. You know, that they feel from your music.
Well, I think Michael Jackson and anything that is as danceable as a lot of his music, I can see
Yeah,
that
yeah,
being a hit, you know?
yeah. That's true.
Seems like a culture that wants to dance and wants to like be you know, if you're partying every day, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta have a variety of music too. You
Yeah,
know?
you definitely. True.
Do you ever see bands like Slightly Stupid or like white like reggae influenced bands come to Jamaica? Does that ever happen?
Oh no, they haven't been to Jamaica. I haven't seen one in Jamaica before.
Mm.
But I have seen them. Funny enough, Slightly Stupid. The first time I ever went on a tour, with my father was with Slightly Stupid and Sly and Robbie.
Oh
Slightly
wow,
Stupid, Slightly Stupid, Pepper, Sly and Robbie was the lineup.
that's cool.
Yeah,
That's really
it
cool.
was sick. Yeah,
The Slightly Stupid guys are really nice. They're such good
yeah,
dudes.
yeah.
I really enjoy them, you know,
I want to
considering.
meet them again. I wonder if they would remember me.
Yeah,
It's such
yeah.
a long time.
Probably. I mean, they smoke a lot of weed, but they they try to remember the most important things, you know, and meeting cool people, especially, you know, your dad being on tour, and I'm sure they would remember that.
Mm,
And I'm pretty sure they're fans
yeah,
of
yeah,
Chronixx too. So
yeah. It was a really nice tour. With Sly Stupid, and Sly and Robbie giving you that old school, you know,
Sly Robbie,
that
yeah.
old school reggae, and then they came out with that mixture of rock and roll. With yo, I love them.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What would you, if you had to recommend to us to the listeners out there, top
mhm.
3 or 5 all-time like roots reggae albums that we should own on vinyl or something, you know, like the thing that
Woo!
should be in our selection, like maybe you could give us a couple suggestions.
All right. Wow. I'm all right. I definitely get Survival album Bob Marley.
Survival.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Survival album Bob Marley. Definitely get that. Yo, any Dennis Brown album to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, any Dennis Brown. You could get something from Dennis Brown. Peter Tosh.
Mm.
That's a 3. Um, what's the name of the album, Peter Tosh album? I can't remember. There's a song named Mystic Man.
Ooh, I'll look it up.
I can't remember.
Peter Tosh.
Yeah, that album was a very good one.
You said it has Mystic Man? Oh, Mystic Man is an album.
That's the name of the album.
Yep.
Get that
Okay,
album.
Mystic Man.
Peter Tosh, Mystic Man.
Okay.
Sly and Robbie with Ainika Kamosi. You have to
Yeah,
get that. Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, you have to get that Sly and Robbie album. Well, not with Ainika Kamosi album, but it's basically Sly and Robbie to me.
It's an Ina Kamosi album, you said, but Sly Robbie's on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, got it.
yeah. They were the ones that produced the album.
Oh.
What's the name of the album? I'll tell you. Well, the album name is Ainika Kamosi. Yeah,
It's too easy.
Ainika
It's too easy.
Kamosi. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely get Ainika Kamosi album. And Chronology, of course.
In chronology, yeah. I know. Well, I love that you guys did the what was it? it's like there's a reissue of the first record. Is that what happened? Was it was like a 5th anniversary?
You know, yeah, those were mixtapes. Those first set
Oh, is that what that
albums
is?
were like mixtape. Yeah, so now
The Dread and
he's
Terrible?
doing. Yeah, it was like a mixtape instead. It wasn't really an album. So I think he's putting it out now as maybe an album. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'm not sure.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I didn't really realize, but I realized that there was that 5th anniversary deluxe edition. And so I've been listening to that a bunch, and there's tons of great songs on there. Like everything's great on it. I like it all. Yeah. And that stuff especially is even a little bit, it feels a little bit more roots than the chronology stuff.
No, yeah. No, it definitely evolved. His Chronixx sound definitely evolved. Different. Yeah. It's more, well, I don't even know what to describe it as now. But back in the day, it was more, let's say, like a roots reggae. You know, it's more fusion and more, futuristic.
Man,
it still has that root.
It's so good. It's like I could listen to it any day of the week. Chronology I put on all the time, but it's something about like a Sunday morning, and for me, like Sunday morning reggae. I have some good friends of mine from my hometown that I kind of introduced me to Bob, and like I'd heard Bob before and everything, obviously, like growing up. But when I go to their house, and they're like all dreaded out, and they'd lived in Jamaica, you know, and they'd come back and they're always rolling spliffs, and they're just like, oh, you know, like Bob is religion, basically. It was like their whole thing. And so when I started seeing it through their eyes, you know, I was like, oh man, you know, like it's what a cool culture, what a cool like way to be, you know. And they modeled a really kind, just a kind way of being in the world, and I associated that with reggae and Rasta and the whole thing. And I feel, and so like I kind of stayed at their place a few times, and it was like I just remember waking up in the morning, them rolling spliffs and listening to music and kind of laying around, and I was like, this is heaven. This is kind of heaven. So I recreate it for myself at home, you know, like in the morning on a Sunday morning or something.
That vibe,
makes me feel so good.
Reggae mostly teaches love too. So you know, if you really want to be relaxed and want to accept the world and understand the world, reggae music can carry you to that place too, you know. You really just let you just mellow out.
I love that reggae is served as a form of protest and kind of rebellion music too, though. You know, like standing up for yourself, and that's I had a friend a long time ago that told me one day, says, you know what the hardest music in the world is? And I was like, metal, heavy metal, and he's like, nah, bro, reggae. And I was like, what? Like this is before my reggae like awakening, even, you know. And I was like, you're high, bro. Go. No, he's like, no, man, you got to listen to the right stuff and what was going on at the time, and I was like, okay. I mean, I could hear it, but it was just like it was a big statement, you know.
So, I mean hardest as in what? What do you mean by hardest?
Well, like he meant like heaviest in the way that like content and like how it was, you know, like because when you infuse a music with like revolution lyrics, then it's a different thing. Like it's you know
different,
and I will say that love, you know, the preaching of love is revolution too, right? So it's revolutionary in general, like across the spectrum, and to constantly preach love over fear and over hate, right? You know, I think that's heavy, and that's the big work, right?
That's true. That's a lot of Peter Tosh. If you listen to Peter Tosh?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna listen to more now that you're telling me to. But I've
he is rebellion. That is the man.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you wanna know what he's all about. Yeah, man. Listen to some of his stuff.
Amazing. Well, he's gonna go on the rest of the day probably. I'm gonna put that one reggae on just now, or that Mystic Man.
Mystic Man is that is Ainika Mosi as well. It's hard to explain sometimes. To really bring across what these people, what the music is trying to say. You have to feel it. It's like words can't explain some of the feeling that these people put into the work. You have to just feel it as well. Can't say, oh, I think he's trying to say this. Yeah, you have to just know and feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That love, it only can't be felt.
Yeah, that's part. You have to experience it. You can't be just an intellectual idea. I mean, with it, that's where things start a lot of times. It's like you get an idea, or you hear some lyrics, or you hear a little bit thing. But yeah, you have to go. It has to be experiential. I have to really feel it.
Yeah. You have to really feel it to go off into it now. Because you can just, as you said, the influential and the influence you get from hearing it. You have to know to experience it. You have to go in. You have to really just go in. It's cool.
I really enjoy talking and hearing the stories from you, man. It's really wonderful.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much, Namdi. I'm gonna end it here, but I just say thank you so much again for being so willing and chiming in from Jamaica and letting us know what's going on there.
Of course. It's really, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. It's enough love, man.
Oh, so much love for you, brother. And I'm praying for you and your family to be safe and healthy through all of this. And
same to you.
Yeah, enjoy that guitar, and as soon as things are change up a little bit, we'll move forward and make the next one.
Yeah, definitely. And when you come to Jamaica, let's definitely link up.
Oh man, yeah. Let me know.
I'm looking forward to that day.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, you tell me where to. You have to tell me where to stay and how to what to do, not to get into too much trouble. Because I think I might be able to get into trouble there. That might happen.
Don't worry, you're good, man.
Well, thank you so much. Have a blessed day, my friend.
Yeah, man, same to you.
I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Inshallah.
Yes.
In Islam, we say inshallah, in God's willing. So,
inshallah?
Yeah.
Inshallah. Okay, so we'll talk again, inshallah, in God's will.
Yeah.
Oh,
God's
beautiful.
willing, we do everything. Yeah. So give thanks again. So inshallah, we see and meet.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing and teaching me. That's wonderful.
Man,
I'll talk to you soon.
All right. No
care. Much love.
All right.
Bye, Namdi.